a new type of adventure this time, not backpacking, but I'm headed from the greater Nashville area to Lookout Mountain, Tennessee, that's just outside of Chattanooga. Tomorrow I'm going to run the Lookout Mountain 50 miler trail race. Well, I made it to Chattanooga, to Fleet Feet, and picked up my packet, which isn't too much. It's got my number and a t-shirt. I think I'm all set. So one of the things I've found out is sometimes it's hard to find good food when you're traveling to a race, and so now I just bring a hot plate. It's got a little cheap hot plate and a little cheap bagel toaster and a pot I bring with me over there. And it's not the best food, but I just take some angel hair pasta and boil it. Literally just pour a little jar of ragu over it, and that's dinner for the night. Okay, I'll start with shoes. They're still dirty from the last time I ran up here. Those are Hoka Speed Goat 2s. And I've got some socks over there. I don't really remember what brand they are, but they feel good. They're synthetic. The little black things here are Dirty Girl Gators, and they're just a very small gator. Still deciding whether I'm going to use the calf compression sleeves or not. Temperatures are going to be between 40 and 50 all day, so it's not really ideal. I think it's ideal temperatures for me. My pants, running shorts, are just some Academy Sports BCGs. Nothing special about those. Those are just some Nike underwear I'll wear underneath those. That's a Who Rag. It's just a cheap version of a Buff. I got a couple of those. A Nike quarter zip. My Garmin chest strap. I'm an engineer, so I have to gather all kinds of data. Those of you who run know what the tape is for. I won't go over that. I've got some Pearl Izumi. I believe these are actually for bicycling, but I really like them. They're lightweight gloves. OR cap, and a really lightweight OR ear band. That's just specific to me. My ears get cold sometimes. We've got 2 drop bags set up. They have only 2 places you can have drop bags, and that's at Covenant College in Long Branch. So you got to fix those up with everything you need. They recommend a headlamp at Long Branch because it'll be getting dark shortly after that. This is an Ultimate Direction Ultra Vest. I don't remember exactly which one. I think it's a Scott Jurek version. It's very light, and it has 2 flexible bottles. Still, I like them okay. The jury's still out on whether I'd rather have a more sturdy bottle. Got a few Hammer gels in there. I like Hammer. Just seems to be easier on my stomach. And by the way, each one of these bottles, I already have the dry Hammer Perpetuum in there, and I'll add a bottle of water to each one of them in the morning. I just like to have everything done as much as I can. In here I've got some Advil in a little tiny Ziploc bag, and I also have some salt stick tablets. It's just a salt tablet. You can buy them at REI. And I find it's really necessary to stave off the cramps, and because I'm using the Perpetuum, I'm not using an electrolyte drink, so I have to get electrolytes some way. This is an OR Helium 2 rain jacket. Doubt if I'll take that. That's about 6 ounces. This is a Mountain Hardwear wind shirt. It's like a Ghost Whisperer or something like that. It's only about 3 ounces. Doesn't do much in terms of rain. It'll keep me warm if I need it. It will probably just go in the back of the vest. By the way, the back of this thing has a nice pocket that, believe it or not, I can reach. and I can put my cell phone in there, and it works. Of course, I'll get messages on my Garmin during the day if something happens, you know. Got a few more gels, and in my packs, just more gels and more. You can see the perpetuum powder, and I go ahead and meter this out into small plastic Ziplocs, just enough for one of these bottles, so I don't have to measure anything while I'm out there. I dump a Ziploc in, fill it up full of water, and move on. I do have some bars. I've never run a 50-mile race before, so I don't not know what kind of condition I'm going to be in or what I'm going to want to eat. But there will be obviously aid stations, and there's more than these two, and they will be armed with all kinds of things, bananas and such, so I will supplement with that. Well, I'm here at Lookout Mountain, and so far it's not been a great start. Not feeling too hot this morning. My stomach's not feeling good. I actually threw up a little bit in the hotel. And I think that was because I took some Sudafed last night. Well, I'll tune in on the trail, and maybe I'll be feeling a little better then. Well, I just passed Craving House aid station. It's at about mile 8. And so we're headed back uphill now to some extent. Still have a headache. Alright, so I just passed 18-mile mark, which was the finish line. And so I loaded up again with Perpetuum. Still have about half of my headache right now. I did change socks because I felt like I was getting blisters on my left foot. But this side of the mountain, the south side, is supposed to be, well, it is. I've run it before. It's more runnable. And so I'm looking forward to that. So I'm not too close to the cutoff time here. It's like I could have up to 8 hours to run this section or more, so it's highly doable. It's just keeping the mindset to actually do it. So coming into the power line crossing, and then I'll be headed down into the valley. So anyway, I'm okay right now. I'll check in later. Okay, just left Lula Lake aid station. It's mile 28, and it's a big waterfall. Lots of nice folks there. I'm craving weird stuff. I drank a whole bunch of sugary Coke. I hope that stays down. Some more bananas. But other than that, just sticking with the Perpetuum, the Hammer Perpetuum. And, maybe I get it. Oh man, look at this. Let's see if I can get. That's the falls at Lula Lake. That's pretty awesome down there. So that's some nice views around here. It's still it's not rained much, but it's been spitting some rain. So I guess I'm going to sign off now. Gotta video it, you know. And I forget where the next aid station is, but there's one 5 miles from here. I forget the name of it is. But there's a 5-mile loop after that. And then I get to start heading home. At least heading back to Covenant College. Anyway, I'll tune in again. Alright, I just left Long Branch aid station, mile 37, maybe even 37 and a half. Got some ramen, some chicken broth, banana pickles, all kinds of weird stuff I don't normally eat. Next aid station back at Lula Lake, and I'll check in again there. I'm feeling okay, but I'm worried about, I'm almost at mile 38 according to my Garmin. I'm in unknown territory here. I've never run this far before without cramps. I'm taking salt tablets like you wouldn't believe, and hopefully so far it's okay. Anyway, see ya at Lula Lake. Well, I realize you can't see me, but I am in the woods just past the last aid station, and that is Lula Lake. And it is 8 miles to go, so I'm at mile 42 right now. The aid stations are remarkable. Getting bananas and Mountain Dew and crazy stuff like that is really helpful. And that was my GPS telling me I should be at 43 right now. So, next stop will be the finish line. If I make it there. So I will tune in there, and sorry you can't see me on here. Well, I didn't get to say too much at the finish line. But I did get my medal and a sweatshirt for 14 hours of exertion. It was fun. It's not something I'm not so sure I'm going to do it again, but it was a great experience. I think I finished in something like 13:59:22 or a little bit more than that, and I believe there's a 14-hour cutoff on the whole race. The conditions were really muddy. There was a storm that moved through the day before and just inundated the area with rain, and the trail was really chewed up by the time I got to it. So I just stopped at McDonald's here on the way home, get me a 2 cheeseburger meal. I'm going to munch on that on the way home. All in all, a great experience. What's amazing is at 14 hours, I really tried to prepare for this thing, and it was just very difficult. I guess I should have known that beforehand, but it was very difficult, but rewarding in some strange way. Anyway, that's my experience with Lookout Mountain 50 miler, and hopefully I'll be backpacking soon and have another video for that. Until then, sayonara.